What is going on, boys? Welcome back. It's been a freaking minute, I'm not gonna lie. Your boy was dying for a couple days. I was sick as shit. I was laid up, missed work for a fat minute, didn't post Friday, so I've been down bad. But go check out the K-Cups. K-Cups are now live on the website before we get into today's video. But we are headed to the shop right now. We're like 10 minutes out, hit so much traffic. But we're gonna dyno Zeus. We're gonna see how much power it makes. Apollo needs an oil change. Zeus already got an oil change. It got an alignment. Got looked over. Shop said car looks good. Just gonna see how much power it's gonna make. I'm guessing like low 700s-ish. I've never actually watched the GT500s get dynoed. I know like stock, they put like maybe like 680, 690, somewhere around there. So I have no clue. It is Palm Beach tuned. It's got intake, full exhaust, and Corsa Extreme. Yeah, pretty much full exhaust. So that's pretty much it. Stock pulley, stock everything. Stock blower, nothing's ported. I don't think I'm gonna do full bolt-on route with Zeus. I think we're just gonna send it probably after the winter time and go straight Whipple. I've been pricing everything out, and it just doesn't make sense to do the full bolt-ons. It just makes sense just to do the Whipple. Whipple runs way better and much like more efficient. So Whipple is gonna be, but until then, we're gonna have some fun with Zeus and see what she can do as is, because we got to get a 9-second pass out of it. I really want to go 9s, maybe like a 990, 980, as the car sits. I'm not doing nothing to it besides bead locks. Besides a good tire on it, and that is gonna be it. Oh, well, looks like we got a little Camaro. It looks like a freaking V6. Dude's riding my ass. What a loser, dude. Get off my bumper, dude. All right, guys, just pulled up at Rev. We're gonna go inside right now and see. I just saw, or I heard Zeus. I think it's already on the dyno, so should be ready to rock. Make sure you guys drop your guesses right now. I'm guessing 720. 720 is my guess, so yeah, guess somewhere around there and you should be good. Zeus is almost ready to start ripping some pulls on the dyno. Just got everything hooked up, getting strapped down now. Adam was guessing 720 also, same as mine, but we did know, I checked online, people say with the JLT intakes, they pick up like 1.5 pounds of boost. It's almost equivalent to like 35 to 40 wheel horsepower, which is kind of crazy just with the intake. So we're gonna see. Make sure you guys drop a comment right now. Let me know what you guys think, but let's let it rip. Not expecting that. All right, so put 780 on the first pull and 610 torque. I guess that's a hot tune.
Look at the data here, see how hot it is.
Yeah, wow. That's up there.
What I've seen on stock rails, that should be rating stock rails.
Oh, wow. All right, so you guys saw car made 780 to the wheels, horsepower and 610 torque on the first pull, but it was running out of fuel on the big end, and I never like to run the cars this to the extreme, and Adam from Rev saw that, so he's going to explain to you guys where it was dying off at fuel on the big end.
So what we usually see on our dyno here is like 750 at the tires with the stock fuel rails is where they will start to go lean. So this is the blue line is what my foot's doing, so wide open throttle. This other line is our spark advance, which if you see the bump on the dyno graph right at like 76, 7700, it has a little bit of extra ignition timing there and then pulls it back out. But what we're concerned about is what are called short-term fuel trims. So this is what the ECU is doing as far as adding or subtracting fuel. And right at 7500, it's pulling a little bit of fuel. But right here past 7500, this orange line, it starts tailing up, which is commonly what we see when the fuel rails, the stock fuel rails
start to starve.
Yeah, it does starve the rail. So fuel pump, we can watch fuel pump duty cycle. It doesn't max out the fuel pump, .50 is maxing out the fuel pump. We're only at 0.45, 0.42, so it's not maxing the fuel pump. It's just what we see with those fuel rails not being able to keep up with the fuel demand.
Yeah.
So pretty common.
And it's still on pump gas too, so
yep.
It's definitely good power on pump gas.
Oh, it's great power for pump gas for the parts that are on it. So
yeah,
no complaints there. But that's what's going on.
Rather run it safe because you guys know I definitely run all my cars extremely hard. So gonna detune it just a hair because I run it when I want to run it at the track. I rather be shifting right at like 75, 7600 wherever it makes peak power, and then be able to kill it and then just keep letting it eat. 8,000 in these cars, I don't see it being necessary because, like you just said, it was starving off fuel. But once we put the Whipple and do the fuel system and everything else, I'm sure it'd be okay to live that high. So pretty much right around the same. 780 first one, 771 on the next one, 610, 608. Pretty consistent. You guys see this little line right down here, RPM and mile an hour? Those little bumps right there. GT500 still spinning on the dyno around 4,000 RPM, so she's making some steam, boys. She's ready to party. Now, time to go to work, boys. You guys just saw Zeus make freaking stupid good power. Palm Beach does have their tuning on point. I gotta give it to them. They have that car making obscene amount of power for the simple modifications it has. JLT intake and a full exhaust, 2-inch headers on it. And Zeus is making some power. I told you guys, I was guessing around, like I said, 720, low 700s. But she put 780 to the wheels on pump gas, which is freaking amazing. So I'm happy with that. But the only reason I mentioned like the fueling stuff, and I had Adam explain it because I've been researching these cars a good bit, and I know they starve fuel on the passenger side, and I have a couple buddies with GT500s too, and they've told me the same thing. So they said be careful for that. You don't want to really rev these cars out to 8K. I've seen them rev out to like 8,500 and them shifting them there. I mean, they've been holding up, but I've seen it a lot. But I'm going to be racing my cars a lot, and I like to keep them for a very long time, and I don't want to be running them on the ragged edge. That's just never how I've been. I like it to be more conservative so I can get more lifetime out of the car. That's just me. That's just my personal preference, and I'm not trying to blow up the 5.2 in the Shelby because I'll be absolutely screwed. That's a fat chunk of coin right there, and plus the Tremec, the dual clutch in that car is pretty much worth as much as Apollo, so that would not be ideal to blow that up, but you know, I'm happy with it. If it makes 750 to the wheels, I'll still be happy with that because it'll be safe, it'll be reliable, nothing will be leaning on anything, everything will be super conservative, and it's going to make great power, and it's going to rip. So if we still get a 9-second pass out of it, I'll be more than happy with that. And eventually, after the winter time's up, maybe summertime or next winter, we're going to throw a fat Whipple on there, Gen 5 Whipple, and push towards 1,000 horsepower. And I like when I build a car, I want it to be as like comfortable as possible. Like if I'm building a 1,000 horsepower car, it's only getting 1,500 horsepower capable parts, if that makes sense to you guys. So that's just how I am. I never like to push anything to ragged edge because I've always I beat the shit out of everything. So I'm happy with it. Super, super freaking happy. If you guessed right, congratulations. Stay tuned for today's video. I don't know what else I'll be getting into, but yeah. So there's two things good about driving a Shelby. One, it sounds good. Two, they're fast. And yeah, every time you drive this bitch, you gotta put gas in it. $54 freaking later, big old Zeus is filled up, boy. Y'all hear? Cold start. And that is where all my gas goes, right there. That, now we're at 196 miles till empty, but I freaking love it. I don't care. This car will eat all my money, and I'm okay with it, because I'm gonna get buried in it. That's the plan. No casket, just a Shelby. What sucks right now, really freaking bad, is it's 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock, boys. Just got off work, just picked up the Shelby. You guys saw it on the dyno today. Went right after work, picked it up, dropped the Apollo off, get an oil change, get a good look over, and yeah, 5 o'clock, it's almost dark out, and this is why I hate Maryland, and I cannot do this state anymore. Plus, it's about to get cold, and you guys know I just don't do that. Cars, I hate having to put the cars away for the winter. I really actually never put them away. I still drive it when it's nice out. Like, obviously you can't rip it because it's like -10 degrees on the road. But we need to move somewhere warm ASAP. This car is one hell of a machine, guys, and you guys are going to be seeing it so much on the channel. 9-second pass. Then, after we get the bead locks, all that, knock off 9s. Whipple is going on Zeus. Then we're going to go for 8s. Once it hits, I get that 8 seconds, 880, 890. I think we'll probably tone it down after that, put it right back at 1,000. In case anyone wants to race us, another YouTuber, whatever, they want to line it up, sure, we'll turn it back up, pulley down, put this hot tune-up in it, and then give her hell. So you guys know the plan with Zeus. We're going to go for 8s. Eventually, once the Whipple goes on, I don't like to chase a number, but we're chasing it. Screw it, we're going for 8s. Whipple, Zeus. It's happening, done deal, locked in. You guys heard it. Like I said, I was gonna boost Baby Yodi, but things happen. Things happen for a reason. Zeus is here, and I'm kind of liking it a lot better than Baby Yodi. Baby Yodi still has a soft place in my heart, but anyway, forget about that. Baby Yodi will be back, hopefully, maybe one day on the channel. I swear it's going to be. We're gonna go up there and race. The guy's name is Jake with the Whipple, so now he's gonna have a Whipple too, so nothing but Whipples on the channel. But I want to say for Apollo, I was going to say let's do a road course car with Apollo and do some road course videos, but I found them boring as shit, to be honest. It's more obviously fun when I'm racing and driving. I just didn't like the aspect of watching the videos. So I think we're going to do some maybe cash days with Apollo, set it up for dig racing, lighten the crap out of it, maybe throw carbon fiber hood, fenders, do the whole 9, carbon trunk. Need axles, need a converter, and yeah, we're gonna let it party because the car's pretty nasty. NA, everyone knows it's a fast NA car. Runs extremely well. You guys saw the race versus Derek. So Apollo from a dig with a converter. After I did all the math and everything, it should be like a 1050 car-ish, maybe at like 128, 129 miles an hour in that area. But if we do some stuff on the street, do the stuff at like a no prep event, car's going to be a different animal because it's going to hook and book and make A to B passes because that's exactly what I'm going to set it up for. So I think that's the route I'm going to do. I think it's going to be awesome. I think it's going to be good for Zeus. I think it's going to be good for Apollo. Dig racing, I love it. Absolutely love it. So stay tuned on the channel, guys. Make sure you guys go shop the coffee. Hit the link in the description. Go watch the videos. Go run up the coffee. You guys have been absolutely killing it in views. Thank you guys again. Let's get 500 likes on this video, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.